Good morning and welcome back. Here we are, September 1st. Cloudy day. It's going to be a cloudy day all day. There's a little bit of rain and hail again called for the afternoon. But I think there's going to be a little bit of a window that we can do what we need to do. The great thing about this month is it's going to be a little bit of a breather when it comes to the farm work, just because the only field that that is ready to harvest this month is our grass field. Everything else still has one more month to go before we can actually get that up and running and going. So it's going to be a bit of a catch-up day. It's going to be a bit of a planning day. There's a lot of information I want to get out there, so I'm going to try to get to it as quick as I can in best order as I can here. So first off, thank you so much again for the live. That was just fantastic. For those of you that got it, thank you so much. And for those of you who didn't, we're going to do a little overview of what just happened. So it was a long one. It was a big one. We did an 8-hour live. We got not all, we got 99.9% of the root crops, contracts all completed. Now, that gave us the ability to completely fill up our canning factories for the carrots, parsnips, and beetroots. So there is, sorry, not beetroots, the red beets there. There's a whole lot of carrots there, and there's an itty little dollop of parsnips right there. So that is the overflow that we were able to get from the contracts, and then plus, like I said, we were able to fill up our, coffers there, right? So what we were able to do. So canning factory right there. Oh, jarred green beans. We're all out of that now. Okay, so that's what we made. We made a little bit of jarred green beans there, but carrots are full. Well, okay, we ran the day, right? So it ran the evening. Carrots are full, parsnips are full, red beets full. We can top up a little bit, which is a good thing. And then when it comes to our actual storage, so carrots, we've got 150,000 extra liters of carrots for us to keep the canning factory going. So I want to see how long the canning factory will go, and then how much of that 150,000 it's going to eat through the year. Now, I know the parsnips, we're at 9,975, so we can pretty much put those in right now and use them up. And then 25,000 liters of overflow from the red beets. So again, that's going to get chewed up pretty quick. So there's not really much we can do about that. Now, the sorghum, that is 35,000 liters. We're going to be using that for the chickens. So we're going to be keeping that for ourselves. Now, we do have 90,000 liters of canola in the bank, in the storage there. So we need to get that shipped over to the oil mill, as well as we got 40,000 liters of barley. So I'd like to get a majority of that. We're probably going to do we're going to do all of the canola if we can. And then majority of the barley, I think, probably a good chunk of the barley, we're going to get that shipped off. So once we get that stuff shipped off, then what we'll do is, we still have calm down. There's still lots to do. So we've got the grass to cut. We're in the menu, should have just taken care of that real quick. When it comes to our fields, we have growth wise, this is all oilseed radish, right? So oilseed radish, everything's oilseed radish. The stuff that is ready. Oh, we have our spinach. Ooh. Oh, okay. Okay, so we're going to have to lease up a spinach harvester, and let's just double check, because I'm pretty sure Ralph still hasn't come through. Nope. Okay, so we're going to have to lease up a spinach harvester and get the spinach done then. All right. That I completely stand corrected then in that case, because I was thinking it was just going to be grass. Now, what we also need to do is a couple little things, right? Like we did need to get the wood processor, the John Deere wood processor, up to log site B, just so we can start clearing that, but we'll get there. Right now, what we need to do, that kind of puts a little pep in me step here, because I thought it was just going to be grass. So in that case, let's get all of the equipment. We're going to have to lease the harvester, and then we're going to have to put the timer crunch on and get this stuff going. Let's get our little butts down to the store with all of their equipment, and let's get us our harvester. All right, it's all leased up, ready to go. 20 minutes after 7. Now it's at that time crunch, right? So let's get this on, get this up in the field. And the great thing is, too, is we actually got a new trailer. While we were on the live there, I actually picked up a new trailer, brought it in. So we'll get to see that once we get up there. And just getting this iron in. I totally forgot to widen the trailer. Let's see how we can It could be worse. There we go. All right, let's get that. And can we reach one? Yep. 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 And maybe one more back here for good measure. I think it's already sliding, so let's hustle. Like I said, yeah, we got a new trailer. It is the new, well, like it's relatively new. I think it like relatively just came out. The Trail Frameless End Dump, and that's by PierceCustomGaming and Karl Farms. So we picked that up. There's so many different options with that thing. Holy jumping! So love it. Love definitely lots of options. We ended up going for the semi-realistic, or like, well, actually, I would say actual realistic to us anyways, because we have the superior end dump that we were having. Hold on, let's just forget that one. There we go. We were having issues with the shifting when it came to. Good, that's good, that's good. Everything's in, that's on. Ready to rock? Okay, perfect. Off we go. Yeah, it came to the shifting. When we had the 379 on the superior end dump, and then when we had the Mercedes on there, we had issues as well. It would kind of like do that shift as you had full product, and once you just had product itself on it. And so while we were doing the root crop, I noticed while we were doing all the root crops and doing all the root crop contracts, getting all that stuff going, and after a while it got to a point where, oh, there we go, forgot our axles there. After a while it got to a point where I thought it was the trailer. I'm thinking it's the trailer or a combination, because we ended up putting the Volvo on the superior end dump and it stopped shifting. But in the meantime, I ended up bringing in the Trail Frameless, thinking, hey, let's check it out, because I really wanted to take a look at it. I've never seen one of those before, and just seeing if there was a good substitute, that maybe we could swap out the superior end dump, longer one. Because the baby one, where I'm not really having that many issues, I haven't noticed any issues with it. So the baby superior end dump trailer we have, that's been going pretty good with the International, the old school thing. We're going to keep it going that way, hopefully. So that's the plan. Now, the longer one is where we were having issues. So through all of the testing, we ended up thinking we were going to be getting rid of it. So we picked up the Trail, the frameless one, just to try it out. And I love it. I like, for what we were using it for and how we were using it, I thought it was fantastic. And we're definitely keeping it. It's definitely going to be ours now. Just whether or not we're going to be getting rid of the superior end dump, because through all the testing, we put the Volvo on it, and the Volvo oh yeah, we totally took that way too. My bad. With the Volvo, it doesn't do the shifting, so I don't know. Now we initially thought that the 379 was going to be pulling the new one, but because we're using the low loader on the 379, that means that the Volvo is now pulling the new trailer. We already have it actually up on site, so that is up. You know what? Maybe. All right, let's see. I think this should work if my idea goes correct. Oh, we're facing the wrong way though, I think. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, so we gotta stop early. So here's the idea. So now what we want to do. There we go. You up forward. Chinese, because crop destruction's on, so I don't want to be driving over anything. I don't know if we get crop destruction on spinach, and I would prefer not to find out. I'm pretty sure we don't. I don't like. Oh no, I think we do. I don't know. It's so hit and miss. There's things that I think is gonna be. Where is it? It's over there. It's like the root crops, right? The root crops. There's a couple of the root crops there that I was driving right over, and I didn't. Oh no, we strapped 1, 2. There we go. I just saw it lower itself. I think we're good. So now my thought is, okay, if we go, so where's our offset? Our offset's on the wrong side. Good job, Major. Good job. You. Oh. Oh, maybe this will work. Okay, hold on. Let me lift it up. Okay, maybe it's not as... Shouldn't be driving up the road, right? That's the big no-no. Just need to turn around. So I just want to do a little pass. And then my thought is that if we do the pass on the other side... Yep, crop construction's on. I just thought. Okay. So, and we've got our offset to our right. So that'll cover us there. So then if we get into here, then that'll give us... There we go. So now we got room to pass. And now we got room for our trucks to move. And now we're going to drive up to our nice new trailer. Let me just get past it here, just so we're not blocking. Hold on, where are we there? We're still on track. There we go. Okay, we're just going to shove you down because we're going to take a minute, just a quick minute here. Here it is. All right, ta-da! So this is it. So like I said, the Trail Frameless End Dump is what the mod's called. It's by PierceCustomGaming and Karl Farms. So many different options. This is just, I went very low key for the amount of options that they had. There is a lot of options out there. So this is what we got. So we got ourselves just the regular base one. We put a little glass door on the front. We got the tarp on the back, or on the top there. We matched it up with the 379 color. And then we'll just change the Superior End Dump tarp to the Volvo color. So then we got to keep color coding. It actually gives the ability to change even like the jack handle color. And we got ourselves a double axle with the lift axle. Just because I felt like that would kind of match up with the Superior as well. Now, when it comes to the capacity, I'll just hop in here and take a little bit of a look-see. When it comes to the capacity, it's kind of nice. Actually, they have different capacity options. So, like I said, looking at like visually this trailer, it's going to be cool. This trailer, actually, they have it as, we picked the option of 2,000 bushels. Let's just quickly, okay, I got to be quick here just because of the time. We're using this harvester, but I'm getting excited. So, this is the one right here. And... there it is. Trail Frameless End Dump, $50,000 and 335,239 liters, up to 3 million. So you can have up to 3 million. And then when it comes to the actual capacity down there, 60,000, you can go up there to 3 million, or you can go 10,000 bushels, which is 352,000 liters, down to 1,000 bushels, which is 35,239. So, as you saw, lots of other options there, lots of stuff you can do. So we're going to get it filled up with some spinach, and then we're going to get it over to the canning factory so we can see what it looks like when it dumps. However, when it comes to the actual harvesting of the spinach, that is definitely not something you need to look at, because there's going to be the same thing as the AI, right? It's all going to be that like constant fanning, and got to make corners. Got to make sure I don't hit my craps. So we're going to get this all harvested up. We're going to see how much we get. First field is done. So we already shipped the harvester. Actually, I've already shipped over the harvester and harvested the field, just because I totally forgot that when it comes to the leasing, it's the work time. When it comes to like the actual time during the day, it's not the time. So we actually we kicked over the 1 hour, so that put us up back another $13,000 ish, and then we ended up putting in about another half hour in. So we've got the other field harvested as well. We've got this field harvested now. I just sent the Volvo home. We found it a little bit easier this way to manage. And we are sitting at 55,396 liters. Is all ready to rock and roll off of this one field. And then I just want to show the dumping too, because it's a new trailer, right? And I do really like this trailer. This is a really nice trailer. So far, we've been able to, we have been able to fill it with root crop and let it sit, so it hasn't done any shifting. It seems like no matter what truck is on it, so I'm happy about that. And darn, it looks good. Okay, let's see, here we go. So open our cover. Oh, and we still have this thing on. There we go. And dump these. Whoa. No, before I do, hold on. I think, there we go. There are multiple dump options. So, grain fast. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we're in grain fast. There's spread fast, and normal. This is where it starts. So when you buy it, it starts at normal, and then it goes to fast, grain slow silos, and then, or yeah, I'm taking it as grain slow silos, which is just the grain door but regular, and then grain fast, grain door but fast, and then spread. So we're gonna go normal just so we can show the jump in there. Yeah, when the fast, oh yeah, I can see what it means and why it needs fast, for the fact that you can hold 3 million liters up to it, because you on a unit, yeah, that'll take forever. But, oh, look at that, look at that. There you go. I love this look of this trailer. And the color options are crazy. Like I decided to pick that color on that jack, and I think it looks okay. And we could do like a yellow or an orange maybe. Nice, nice. Okay. There we go. It still has the. Oh, I see. So it still has the tart piece on the back. That doesn't come off. Okay. Still looks good though. I still like it. I still like it. Here, we'll take a look at it real quick here from the better camera here. So I don't think that's supposed to stay there. Because once that goes over, I think that connects, right? Yeah, it's hard to see when it comes. Yeah, good color choice there, Major. Anyways, regardless, I still like it. I still definitely like it. But if that's a problem, then it doesn't matter to me. And if it isn't a problem, then cool. That's awesome. And like I said, I did get the other field harvested, so we ran an hour and a half on the machine, but that is good to go, ready to get shipped down. But we have to empty it first before we ship it down. So let's go see what we get. Well, I think it was about 30,000. So we got 55,000 off of the first field. This field, we're good. Tight. This field we got about 30, it was around 35,000. So I should have probably gone the other way, but that's okay. So we're just going to turn over. The machine's not running just because I keep forgetting that it's the runtime during the day. If you carry it over the day, then you'll get charged that extra charge. But for us, the way it runs is we just have to make sure we have as little runtime as possible. Alright, let's get this in. Let's get this dumped off. Technically what we could do is we can... there we go. I hope that's close enough. Oh boy. Is that going to be weird? Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Alright. Tight. But the thought is, what we can do is I can drop the trailer because we can go drop that off after. I'm going to... Oh, it doesn't matter. It's runtime. Alright, let's go dump this off. And we're going to see what our total is in canning factory. Because right now, we actually do have... Now, technically speaking, we do have some spinach still in there from the last harvest. So this will top us up just a little bit. I mean, nothing too crazy, but it'll still top us up a little bit. And last time we checked here, before we get out on the road, we'll just double check, but the weather's actually pushed back a bit. So it's saying here, for weather-wise, right down at 1700 and 1900 there, so 5 to 7 o'clock there, it's calling for the rain and the hail, which means that should give us a good day to do what we need to do, because the spinach fields are going to have to obviously be plowed, stone picked, and oilseed radished, and then our grass field has to get done as well. But the grass field is priority. That's first and foremost. Oh, this is just fired. Oh yeah, there we go. He did that. Totally wrong, Major. And this truck needs fuel apparently. Just been running her non-stop. Oh, calm down. Someone forgot to put their chainsaw away. I feel like that piece should come off when the tarp comes off. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments. I can be completely wrong. It's unfortunate they're not hooked to something. Beggars can't be choosers. I still totally dig it. Alright, let's get this. What do we need to do? Oh, no, we need to pack everything up and go off to hit up our grass field. Yeah. Alright, let's go do that. Idiot me. Of course, did all that dumping off, got out there good to go, started talking, and completely forgot to see what our total was. So let's just go see that right now. We'll just get this somewhat in line. And then there we go. That's the line. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we got. So canning factory and our spinach. Ooh, nice. So we're up to 174,000 right there, right in the middle of the screen there. Spinach 174,000 of 240,000 liters. So we're still good there. Just keep on trucking. That's still activated. Excellent. So now the question is going to be, how long will that last? But right now, what we got to figure out is how many bales we're going to get of hay off of this, because we're going to cut this up and we're going to get this going at least. And well, no, yeah, we're going to cut this up, get this going. Got to get it headed up as usual and baled up. So let's see how many bales we get. Well, I made another oopsie while I was doing the baling. I gotta watch what buttons I'm pressing on the farm stick, I'm thinking. Because again, we did the baling, same thing that happened with the straw, where there's three of a different kind. So I think we got the 220s on, and I think that is the 240s. I don't know. So we've got 7 right here, and then we've got the 3 on the ground. So that means we got to go to a total of 10 bales to get shipped up to the farm, and we're all done. And actually, I totally forgot to, while we were cutting, we don't have precision farming. So I was able to cut the boulevards and everything too. So I took maximum grass off the field. We don't have a penalty off of the precision farming anymore, and that means that we can just take what we can while we can. Excuse me. All right, so that means that we need to get this stuff up to the farm, and that means that that's going to be a double run. So let me get all of this up to the farm, and we'll move on. Alrighty then. Zippity doo-dah. Well, that is the end of the grass season for us for this year. We got our last 3 that are just going to pop in right there. We ended up bringing the Dutes for most of the grass work. It was actually a lot of fun. I know it's a little bit slower track. We got the 40 kilometer an hour net max, but as cruising down the road and everything was quite enjoyable. It's a nice little slow pace after ripping that JCB absolutely everywhere. And I mean, that JCB is fun and fast, all that sort of stuff, and quick and getting everything around the map. But it was really a nice little break. So yeah, like I said, we got everything done except the only thing we didn't get done with the grass work with the Dutes was the baling. The baler, unfortunately, was a little bit too powerful. The baler required 250 horsepower, and the Dutes is only 230. So we weren't able to do that. So once this pops up, we should be able to put it in. And we should be, I think I lined it up good. Nice. Okay, we didn't hit. Nope, this way. There we go. And then we should just have to go this forward. That. Go, and then we should do that. Perfect. Okay, so with that being done, grass is all done. We still have to roll the field. I mean, we roll the field, like fertilizing and what have you. That's neither here nor there. We could do that later. Rolling is kind of paramount for this month, though. So rolling has to be done for the grass field. We still have to work the spinach fields as well as the canola button. Excuse me. The canola field needs weeds. So that actually is going to kind of help us to a degree where we need to plow a bunch of fields. Not really help us. I mean, it still has to be done. The weeding doesn't need to be done till, the weeding is the first stage. So we can grab the hoe out. We don't need to worry about breaking out the herbicide. So what we're going to do is we're going to tag up with the AI on this one. This is how it's going to work. We're going to grab the 7R. 7R is going to go down to 7R is gonna. It already has the narrow tires. Excuse me. Sorry. 7R already has the narrow tires, so we're gonna put the hoe on that. We're gonna send them to the canola field. Let me just do that right now. And then what we'll do is we're gonna grab the mulcher. We're gonna mulch up the big spinach field, and then because the mulching has to be done, then the mulching has to be done. Subsoiling, really, right? Like we could put the plow onto it if we want to, but because of the angles and everything, I don't want to put the 9R on that field. So we'll put the 7R on it with the subsoiler. We'll get the required plowing off of it. We'll get the stones off of it, and then if we have time, we're going to put some oilseed radish into it, because unfortunately the heads-up display there is already popping up with the rain, and that's already worrying me a little bit. So we might have a lot of time to get this done, but then again, we might not have a lot of time. That's where we're gonna set up the AI to help us out. They're gonna run down and get this weeding done. Now, once they're done that, we should be done the mulching. Hopefully, cross our fingies. And then once they're done the weeding, we're done the mulching. We can put them on the subsoiler to get that done, because the set destination right there. Let's put you right there. When it comes to subsoiling, when it comes to the small spinach field, I have plans for that. So they're off the races, they're moving. That's great. As long as they get there, I don't care how you get there. And I have some field work to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab all that stuff. I'm going to pop up the field work. We're going to pray that we can get it done before the rain hits. But if not, we're going to see what time the rain hits. That's a wrap. The wiper blade's turned on the way back. You can see it's just getting dark too. But we made it. Oh my god, we just about made it, I should say. 99.9% maybe. We have one field left. I just finished the stone picking there. It was our new spinach field up in the top, little tiny one. We ended up getting that one done, plus we got it expanded. Now we still have to lime it up, and we still have to put some oilseed radish down, because I know I want to put rice in there, and I do right now. I still plan on putting rice in there. However, I should have just gone straight. Sorry, my bad. However, what I don't know is, or what we all do know, if you're not new to this channel, then you do know what I'm about to say. If you're new, you're about to find out. So thank you for swinging by. Greatly appreciated. Plans change, so it's one of those things where, plans change, things happen. Maybe I put rice in it, maybe I don't. So I'm just going to treat it as if it's a normal thing. We're just going to treat it as if we're just a regular field as we always do. And then when we put rice in it, if we do, it's not a total loss that we put oilseed radish in it. That's fine. However, that means that everything else is done. We got the grass all rolled up. We've got the oilseed radish in where it needs to be oilseed radished. And on top of that, I also forgot and thankfully remembered in time that we were able to put our wheat and our barley down, because I totally forgot that this is also the fall planting season too, right? So we got our wheat and our barley down. Our wheat is in the same field as last year. We did kind of redo that one. Now what we did do is we did switch up the barley a bit though. So the wheat is still up in 37. The barley is now in 19. And then what we did was we expanded 32. So look at the size of that thing. Yeah, so we took out one little tree, not little, but we took out an American elm just at the bottom. We chipped up most of it, and we just kept the trunk, sent that to the paper factory, got that all done, and then got that expanded. So I'm super happy. But like I said, all we have left to do is all we have left to do for that is just to lime and oilseed radish, like I said. And if we don't get there, we have all of tomorrow, so I'm sure we'll get there. So you'll have to bear with me here, because I'm going to load something up and get something going here, because I got a little bit of yammering to do. I do apologize. Just about plans, right? About plans on the farm, things that are happening, things that have happened. So first and foremost, the production pickup. This little truck right here. So I love it. It's fun. It's a fun little zipping truck, and I had great intentions when I picked it up, thinking that it was going to be a fantastic little thing. You can see where we're going with this. Whoa, forward, please. I don't, I don't care for it, unfortunately, when it comes to the actual job wise. So, so one of the things is that I didn't think that we're going to be getting more and more productions. So I'm going to need a bigger trailer eventually, anyways, or a bigger truck eventually, anyways. And then on top of that, the way I load my pallets, the way that we load them is we jam that truck full. So once I had it full on yesterday's production pickup, it was, oh my word, I could not go over like 20 kilometers an hour and do any kind of a turn without just going yeeting itself either left or right and tipping over. So I do like the truck. I do like it. However, we have to say goodbye. So this is a fun little truck. It's neat and it's fun. However, fully loaded with pallets, because we could put between like 45 to 48, depending on how you stack them. And then you can put even more depending on the type of pallets. Because like we even had the canned peas, and I think it was the canned peas that were the short ones. And then eventually we're gonna have the oil eventually, right, too. So oil to pick up, and like we're gonna be jamming this thing full, and I can't have it where I can't drive it, right? It literally is. I'm sorry. I just the way, and it's nothing against the modder. It's absolutely nothing against the modder. It's just we all know Farming Simulator and their pallet physics, right? So it's the minute I jam this thing full that the way it should be, right? Is just so tippity. So yeah, we're not going to do that. That is going to be unfortunately the end of this truck. It was a fun little try, but the good thing is that we did not get rid of the Palfinger big long trailer. So that is the one nice thing, is we didn't get rid of that. It's still at the shop, and I've already brought the forklift over there and just kind of moved it over to the trailers so we can just pick it up and deal with it when whatever we have to do. But yeah, this truck is going to go, and like I said, because as we're going to grow, right, we're going to be growing, and we're going to be getting more and more pallets to be picking up per month. So with that being said, I've got some other big plans. So one of the big plans is with the extra, okay, first off is the production pickup. We've been doing it at the end of the second day, or the end of the month. We're at 2 days a month. So at the end of the second day, what ends up happening is at around 7 o'clock, or sorry, around 5:30 or 1700 hours, 17:30 there, that we go down, pick everything up. Majority of the year, we're doing it in the dark. For the most part, I didn't mind, because it was small, short. It's only the sawmill, maybe a couple productions. But as we get more and more, it's taking me longer and longer. I'm getting deeper and deeper into the night. So I'm down to about 2 hours or so, 2 to 3 hours, depending on how flustered I get and how hard the pallets really want to get wonky on me. So I'd like to change that. I'd like to bring that into the morning routine. I'd like to bring it into where in the morning of the end of the month, we go do a production pickup. By doing that, I would like to also extend the months to 3 days a month. With doing that, that would allow us, because not only allow us the extra time, but we've already proven that at certain times of the year, with us being able to do a whole day of contracts, that just proves to us that we do have time to do logging. So we do have time to dedicate some time to us to do some logging. We've also proven that we have enough production and enough efficiency in our production that we can supply the sawmill plus. So I want to bring in another sawmill. I really do. And I think if we brought in another sawmill, that would add to the production. So even more so, we need that long, big Palfinger trailer. But so there it is. So good thing we kept it. But yeah, so even more so do we need this. Maybe we can get an enclosed one if we want to. However, we are going to be having extra productions. Reason being, an extra sawmill would then also allow us to almost instantly supply us with the lumber that's needed to supply the cooperage. So if we get we can almost I'm thinking, because $324,000 right now, we're about to find out right now how much we're going to get for this, how much we're going to get for this truck. I think we bought it for like 95-ish or something like that, so I'm guessing like 80 maybe. We're lucky. So let's see. Oh, we can at least shut it off for him there. Or you want to keep it warm for him. All right. So drum roll, please. Let's see what it says here. 75. Okay. Ouch. All right. So 75,000 bucks. Sell that. Boom. That leaves us with an even $399,000. $500 short of 400. Yeah, I was going to say even 400, but so yeah, there we go. $399,000. We need to buy a field for the sawmill. If we buy the field for the sawmill, what we could do is we're just going to hook up this roughly. We're going to rip down. Whoa, yep, just push the trailer back. If we buy the sawmill, or sorry, the sawmill itself, the better sawmill is the more expensive one. The cheaper but less slots. So the $300,000 sawmill is X amount of slots. Okay, there we go. Oh, no, back up. There we go. And we want to attach you. Perfect. There we go. So I'll just show you here real quick, and then I'll continue talking as we head down. Here we go. So if we go to productions, or factories, sorry, excuse me, and then we go down to our sawmill. So here we go. So 2 sawmills for this. One sawmill with the Sawmill Wood Miser LT15. So the Sawmill Wood Miser LT15 is 7 slots for $150,000. It only does planks, long planks, wood beams, and then produces wood chips. However, for double the price, $300,000, it's 3 slots and it produces prefab walls. So it does the same thing as this one, except it produces prefab walls, and it's 4 slots less than half the slots for that one. So what I would like to do is I would actually like to bring that into the max. $300,000. We're sitting at $399, so perfect, no problem. We can afford that. What we will then also need to afford is a field, and I don't want to be taking up anything that would be really good, viable farmland, right? So if it's, I don't want to be taking a huge property. So I think we all know there's a lot of people that do a lot of things that maybe people, I don't know, put sawmills beside sawmills. But what I was thinking is if we use the property of the lower property in behind the sawmill, that's already fairly flat. We can manipulate it to what we need, and it is technically close by to the train. So we could possibly, I don't know, we'll have to see. But if it is a possibility, maybe we could set up a sawmill there. That would also give us the ability to, and the room for us to be able to put some storage down for. Whoa, sorry, I didn't even look at the. Oh yeah, I'm just concentrating. I was talking away there. Didn't even see that delivery driver. They've cut us off enough times. Here we go. Just rippity doo out here down here. So here it is. So this field down here, I think we could put a sawmill. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, there's crop in it. But I think we could put a sawmill in here, no problem. And then we could put some storage in here, and we can even put or like plan it out for future expansion, because we could put. Oh, because we do need some mills and whoa, that's a hill. We do need some mills and stuff, right? So could this be our little industrial park? Could we fit it in? Because if we, oh, hold on. There we go. Let's just see. How much is it? 69,000. Oh, okay. So we wouldn't have enough money for ground manipulation per se, right? Like right off the bat, we wouldn't have enough money for it. However, what we would have enough money, well, we could borrow some money. I don't mind. Oh my word! Oh, that is small. Looks really small. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh. Okay, I've got me ideas. All right, it's not quite as level as I thought, but that is actually very easily workable. Very easily workable. Okay, so this is the thought process. That's where I'm going to leave us here right now, because I'm thinking if we put the sawmill down there, we put some storage down there, that'll leave us some room that we can even have for expansion, because we need the sugar mill, we need a grape processing. I don't know if it would suit down there, but I don't know. We can at least, I mean, the sawmill and the storage, that would definitely be work in our favor. And then, oh yeah, that could almost be like a little mini, where am I going? A little mini shipping and receiving area too. Okay, all right. Well, there we go. We have it all done. We're good. It's raining. It's almost the end of the day, so we're pretty much, we're cooked for today, and there's really not much else to do. I could, ooh, that's what we need. That's what I'll do. I'm gonna go sit up in the background. We're gonna go get our harvester up to the logging site B, and then we're gonna get ready, because I think what we'll do, maybe, yeah, you know what if we build the sawmill live? There we go. So, okay, so let's do that. So this Sunday, so tomorrow, holy jumping, sorry, yeah, so tomorrow morning, let's plan on putting a sawmill. Oh no, Major, come on, there we go. Let's plan on putting a sawmill in. I think that might be a fun idea. Hopefully it'll work. Okay, hold on. I just gotta make sure there we go. There we go. All right. That's all. Too many buttons to press while I'm talking here. I think I hope that'll work. Is if we can put that in, get that started, then maybe at this month's end, or maybe next month's end, depending on how much it is. Let's just go see. Oh, boy, stop sign. Let's go see how much the cooperage is right now. Okay, sorry, this is me and my excitement here, because yeah, I've been humming and hawing about this sawmill for so long now that this is definitely just that little live, or the live that we did, and then of us just doing a full day of contracts was, yeah, that was just proof is in the pudding right there. We got time to do this. Okay, where is those two on. Okay, those are empty. There, 300,000. Oh, okay, all right. Chicken before the egg. No, we gotta buy the sawmill first, and then we can get the productions going, because that'll give us the actual, obviously, product, right? So get that going, and then yeah. Okay, I think we got a plan. That should work. And then what we'll do is we'll extend the months to 3 days, and then at the beginning of the third day is when we'll do our production pickups. So I can't see anything. Oh, it's coming. You again. He's following us. He's mad. The production pickups will start at the beginning of the third day. That would be, most of the morning. I don't think all of the morning. And then the rest of the afternoon, we can just do day 3 of logging. All right. Well, I really hope to see it live. If not, thank you very much for watching. I will hopefully see you in the next episode. Thank you very much for everything. And yeah, I hope to see you soon. Oh,